There's sometimes that I sit down to record one of these videos, and it's motivated by a very large, winding story. Like the entire Lord of the Rings extended editions ass story, right? Maybe the Paul Pogba drama, which I believe is going to be the video that comes out right before this one, right? It's deep, it's nuanced, it's got personal driving factors, right? This is no Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's an excellent film, right? But I'm talking about hours, days, months, decades of story building and content. There are then other videos. You're watching one of those right now. And I know my ring light is out. I'm having to use a lamp right now. I'm trying to get another ring light. So if you were watching this and going, why does he look like he's being hit in the side of the head by a flashlight? That would be why. But this video is motivated by a single image. I was tagged in and I simply needed to know more. And my question to you is, wouldn't you also need to know more? This is the image that I've been given. It is a team sheet from Germany. That is all I can glean from this. That and the fact that the caption of the thing that was sent to me on Reddit is, there is a lower league club in Germany where in their squad, everyone's last name is Kurtanovic. And this is their team selection, which includes an entire team of Kurtanoviches. Me and my Kurtanoviches. Bitches, what's up? And I naturally, like any reasonable human being, just assumed this image was fake. But I have some fabulous news for you. Because upon a further detailed Zealand investigation, this video's real. Wait, well, I mean, obviously this video's real. This image is real. The team of Kurtanoviches is actually a thing. And no, it's not some weird transfer policy. You see, there's actually a news organization. I accidentally hit. Okay. ARD here that's done a news report. And obviously, we're going to get into how this happened. But first, I just have to show you the absolutely brilliant way that they started this news report. Here you go.
Kurtanovic, Spieler, Trainer und Torwart.
Kurtanovic, Stürmer.
Kurtanovic, Mittelfeld.
Kurtanovic, Innenverteidiger.
Kurtanovic, Stürmer.
Kurtanovic, offensives Mittelfeld.
Kurtanovic, Stürmer.
Kurtanovic, Linksflügel.
Kurtanovic, Stürmer.
Bewusst Innenverteidiger.
Okay. There's a couple of takeaways here as we're making our way towards figuring out how this team was assembled. One, pretty sure I saw a grandpa in there. Right? That dude was quite old. So it was kind of a surprise, right? Because we've got a young team of semi-pro looking dudes, then all of a sudden there's that 60-year-old baller that shows up to the kickabouts anyways. Two, they did a few of these guys really dirty by not changing the camera position at all. The jump that this guy's been subjected to right here. And then the fact that they put the tallest guy right after him. That was just mean. I don't know what media team this club happens to be working with, but I feel like they could have tried to set that up a little better because Lionel Messi's proved there's nothing wrong with being short, right? Short kings, we stand. In some ways, it gives you an advantage in terms of leverage and balance and those sorts of things, why you see wingers that are often very successful and quite short. I'm just saying, you didn't need to contrast it the way that you contrasted it in terms of, you made him seem even more short than I believe that he is. But look, that's just from one media amateur to a media professional, right? So I who knows what's going on. But I do. I know what's going on. I don't understand German. So I watch this news story and I get nothing out of it because they're speaking German and there's really no, but then I translated the video description. Almost all players of the second team of DJK Pforzheim have the same last name, Kurtanovic. They include brothers, cousins, and uncles. They are all family. The entire starting lineup is family. Uncles, brothers, cousins, all of them. So many questions. One, was it a plan to teach different members of the family to play different positions? Was this some sort of, you had the matriarch and the patriarch sit down and they put all the paper on the table and they go, all right, Well, Timmy's going to play left wing, all right? And this guy's coming in pretty tall. We're going to slap some oven mitts on him and start training him. I'm going to start kicking, cinnamon rolls at him and see if he can catch anything. Right? This guy's going to do this. This guy's going to do this. Right? And we'll map it out. And Grandpa, you're playing striker, right? Because obviously you've got the technique and class is permanent, right? Juice is temporary. The sauce is forever. And Grandpa has the sauce. Put him up top. Okay, that's where all right, break, and that's that's in like the maternity ward or whatever. They're mapping this out. They're like putting the different babies. Well, that's cousin Bob. We're going to pop him over here. I mean, ask any national team. You take a random selection of, it says there's 12 Kurtanovic is on the team. You take a random selection of Kurtanovic and what are the odds they're going to be able to field an actual team? Maybe that's the reason for the bizarre formation, right? It is like a 3-3-4, basically. I would assume this is basically a 5-3-2 with the wingbacks, Kurtanovic and Kurtanovic up on either side, right? That's probably how this is actually playing. I also love the fact that this is the second team because I can't let this rest. So I did a lot of investigating. I took the full name of the club, right, and I submitted it. Okay, this is the second team of the club, Florsheim. They play in the Kreisliga D, according to the German football official website. Kreisliga D. Now, huge shout out to them. They're in second with 18 points. So this is not a gimmicky team, right? The Kurtanovic are winning. Team Kurtanovic is actually getting results in the Kreisliga D. But you might be wondering where that is. I was wondering where that is. So I went to the bottom and I found the address of the club. And you might be wondering why that's relevant, because when you look up Kreisliga, this is the lowest level on the German pyramid. I mean, the lowest section of levels on the German footballing pyramid. The lowest set of divisions in the football league system. They worded it better than I did, so we'll just use that. And it's basically the kind of city and district leagues, and they're distributed by state association. So I needed the address to figure out which state association they're in, because they're in Kreisliga D, but you see there's one here, there's one here, you got a couple of Kreisliga Ds here, we got a Kreisliga D here, and so I found their address, and I actually punched it in, and that's where they are in Germany. It's right next to Frankfurt, and it's in between Frankfurt and Mainz. Okay. And then I started searching each one. You can imagine the rabbit hole I've gone down here. I started searching each one of the regions. It's the Lower Rhine region. Well, that's the state of the Lower Rhine. We're definitely not it. And then I looked up the Hessen region. The Hessen region encompasses our Florsheim 2 collection of Kurtanovic's. Right there. Which means we go back here and we figure out that they are in the Hesse region, Kreisliga D. So there is relegation from a lot of the Kreisliga Ds. There are no relegation spots, but there are a full complement of Kreisligas. You've got one Kreisklasse and two Kreisklasse that the Kurtanovics could get relegated into. So this is not fully amateur. I mean, it is fully amateur, but this is not full-blown dad's league, Sunday league, right? There is promotion and relegation, and you are the reserve team of Florsheim, and you've got all of the Kurtanovics on the team, and they're second in the league, maybe trying to get up to Kreisliga C next season. But that also helps me answer the question, because Kreisliga Ds were different steps. This is step 12. So I think that means somewhere between 11 and 14 promotions in a row would take our team of Kurtanovics all the way up against Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. And I, for one, if I was a billionaire and I happened to hear about this team of Kurtanovics, I would provide them with the best facilities possible. I would put out a worldwide bulletin for other people with the last name Kurtanovic, and I would begin a school training different Kurtanovics to play so that we could keep the, reserve club energy here at max. And how high could you really take a team where everybody on that team has the same last name? I mean, obviously we're working with just one family here, but shoot, if one family can hold it down in step 12 in Germany, right? If one family is second in the league, imagine how powerful it would be if we got all of the Kurtanovic families together. That's the real question at play here. Now, the news report did do one other thing that I just have to show you because it is awesome. They were filming training or some friendly match, whatever, and they did a mock broadcast call, and it is fantastic.
Kurtanovic setzt zum Dribbling an. Was für eine Szene. Kurtanovic, immer noch Kurtanovic ins kurze Eck. Kurtanovic macht die Bude.
I told you Gramps was the striker. I freaking told you. I knew it. Juice is temporary. The sauce is forever. And he has the sauce, the elder Kurtanovic, the patriarch, you think an owner of a club's invested. This dude is the father figure of the club, literally. They're at least the reserve team of the Florsheim club. And he's still out there bagging the goals, showing the young whippersnappers how it's done. Let's go, Florsheim reserve team. That's if you didn't have a club in the 12th step of Germany, you do now.